Okay, hopefully you're listening, Dynamite Joe, and your kids are not in here listening, because I know you told me sometimes you let your kids in, and this is not the time to have them in it. Hell no, I ain't gonna see that movie. I don't care if my son is in that movie. Okay? The only way that movie is gonna sell is because of Jackie Chan. Okay? The movie should not have been made in the first place. Remaking The Karate Kid is a big mistake. Big mistake. Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita, Elizabeth Shue, and the list goes on and on. That is a classic. Probably one of my favorite classic movies of all time. And some remakes, that is a franchise that should not have been touched. Okay? It's called The Karate Kid. Then what the hell is he doing in China? Karate originated from Okinawa, not China. He should be, okay? But in the movie, he's learning Kung Fu, not karate. So why don't you change the damn name from Karate Kid to Kung Fu Kid or something? I don't care. The point is, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to waste my time on it. I don't care. The story is, yes, it's basically Karate Kid amped up times 10 now. Instead of moving from New Jersey to California, they're going from America to China. And I might get laughed at, and I might get some stereotypical guys coming back on me. But here's the question. What the hell is an African American family, going to China for, moving to China for? And right there, no disrespect to China at all, but the concept is they got a job. His mother got a job out in China. Okay, played by Taraji P. Henson. Why? What? Where's this going? Okay. Not only are you going to have a hard time fitting in with other kids in your school system, hence the language barrier, but just, Jesus Christ, what the hell? And if I don't get off it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dynamite Joe, but I got to stop right there. But you can take your kids to see it. Great. They're probably going to love it. You know, I have some of my little cousins and stuff want me to take them to see it too. You know, but you know what that movie calls for me? Nap time. So basically, I'll probably be sleeping while that movie's going on because I don't care about it. I'll tell you the movies I do care about. Matter of fact, stay tuned this weekend and you're definitely going to see what I'm talking about for the opinion spot. I'll show you some movies that are must-sees for me that I will be definitely seeing in the movie theaters. Must-sees, excluding Iron Man. But because everybody knows, you know what I'm talking about. But just stay tuned and you'll see what I'm talking about this weekend. Okay. All right. Next question is a new guy. Never seen this guy before. And he called Boy Kryptonite. I wonder why. Okay, and Boy Kryptonite asked me, how long did Superman the animated series from the 90s run for? That's his first question. And the second question is, what were some of your favorite episodes? Okay. Okay. The 90s Superman animated series came out, and correct me on this because I could be wrong. Do your research, people, if you don't. Its original run ran from September 6th of 1996, I believe, and it ended in February 12th, 2000. So, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I could be wrong. Please advise me if I am wrong. Please comment on it. Give me the right dates, but I might be right on this one. As for favorite episodes, okay. Now you're probably gonna have to look at the story, the titles of this. Go to Wikipedia or somewhere, and they'll give you the list of episodes, and I'll give you some of the episodes, and I'll kind of explain why I enjoyed it. Fun and Games. That episode was the debut of Toyman. I love that episode very much. It gave a little bit of better twist to Toyman in that episode. Matter of fact, I was just watching that episode not too long ago. So definitely, that was a good episode. Good episode. Let's see, what is another episode? The 2-part episode, The Main Man. That was the episode that basically was the debut, the DC Universe animated debut of Lobo, and that was great. Lobo had a bounty on Superman. A guy known as the Preserver wanted Superman because he preserves endangered species, and basically Superman was the last Kryptonian, so he wanted him. And then it was funny because after that, once Lobo captured Superman and brought him back to the Preserver, Superman, the Preserver says, "I need one more thing from you." And he says, "What's that?" And he says, "I need you to find the last Zarnian." And Lobo said, "Huh, you're in luck. I'm the last Zarnian." And the Preserver just dropped one of his cages on him, and it was like, oh snap. How ironic. It was so funny. I enjoyed that episode very much. Lobo had a cool theme music in that. How'd it go again? If I can remember, it had a cool guitar solo. And it was cool. I loved it. It was great. Another episode, Speed Demons. It was basically they took the race between Superman and Flash, but they used Wally West Flash, and they had a charity run. Whoever ran around the Earth, I think 100 times. They had these bands on them that would show who was winning in the race. It was for charity. The race was for charity. And Flash was being cocky, saying, Lois said to Flash, do you think you have a chance against the Man of Steel? Man of Steel, feet of lead. I'll run circles around this guy. And he ran around circles, and Superman just put his arm out and knocked the wind out of Flash, and he said, "Save for the race." And Flash got real cocky. He said, "Don't worry about me, pal. I got enough speed to run your sorry." And then they cut it right there. Like, I think it's supposed to tip it like Flash was gonna curse or something was. It was funny. And they fought the Weather Wizard in this episode. Very cool episode. World's Finest was the debut of the 90s Batman and the 90s Superman, and that was where Superman and Batman found out about each other's identity. We saw Superman cheat and look under his mask and said Bruce Wayne, and Batman bugged his uniform and found out who Superman was. Classic. The Hand of Fate. I'm just giving you some episodes. One more episode after this. The Hand of Fate. That was the episode with Fate. Great episode, loved it. These are episodes I do recommend you guys to watch. If you have the series on DVD, go back and watch them. Or if you just you can watch them on Disney XD on the weekends. Watch them if you have them. These are good episodes. This was an episode also. Hand of Fate also touched on the fact that the character in the cartoon had cut Superman, literally scratched him up, and right there was a hint of Superman is weak against magic. So it was really good. And the last episode, there's so many other episodes I like after the 3 seasons that Superman had, but I'll give you the last one.